Hi, I'm Marty. Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Zulu Alpha, the Georgia Ham. And the reason I'm making this video is if anyone's interested in purchasing a portable mast for portable operations, I just went through that and I'll tell you what I chose and why I chose it. First, I'd like to tell you that I'm very interested in POTA activations. I've not done one yet. I am actually doing my first POTA activation on Saturday. It is now Thursday. I got 2 more days, and I'm super excited. I've been putting my stuff together all week, and I can't wait to get out there and actually activate. I have been hunting activators from my home QTH, and I'm just having a blast. But I recently got my general license. I was licensed as a tech in 2024, March of 2024, and I just got my general in March of 2026. I'm also studying for my extra, but having a little hard time finding time to study when I'm playing radio all the time. So it may take me to 2028 to get that. Who knows? But anyhow, as far as POTA, there's also a new one that I found and I signed up for. It's called Tiles on the Air. Now, I don't know if they're going to call it TOTA or not. You know, everybody's jumping on the bandwagon ever since POTA, and they're making, SOTA, SOTA, and now you got Tiles on the Air. So I don't know if they're going to call it TOTA or not, but it's going to get really confusing if they do. But I did sign up for Tiles on the Air, and if you'd like to check it out for yourself, it's tilesontheair.com. It gives you all the rules, regulations, and you can look it up for yourself and see if it's something you'd be interested in. The main difference that I see is that you get points for the driving. It's done by grid squares. So if you leave your grid square and you go into the next grid square, you get points for miles. Only if you walk, hike, bike, or paddle. There's no cars, no motorcycles, no golf carts, no electric bicycles. Well, I guess you could use an electric bicycle if you pedal it, but it really wants you to walk, hike, bike, or paddle. Now you can activate. I can activate right out of my backyard, which is cool because you just don't get the mileage. You would just get points for your activation, and it only takes one contact to make an activation. So you don't have to have 10 like you do in POTA. So if you go out and it's a bad day and you only get 3 or 4 people, you still get points. It wasn't a total waste. I don't know if that ever happens on POTA activations or not. Like I said, my first one will be this weekend, and we'll see how I do. If I have time, I'll try to film a little bit of it. I know nobody wants to sit there and watch somebody on a radio for 2 or 3 hours, but maybe I'll do a little bit and show you maybe my setup or something. But anyway, getting back to the mast, I was in between the Gigaparts Explorer POTA 20 and the HRD Industries Lil Dude 6. I ended up choosing the Lil Dude 6, and it does come with a really nice case. The reason that I chose the Lil Dude 6, there's a few reasons. One, I like the fact that it was a tad thicker here. That's just me. This is 4.5 millimeters on the top section of the mast. The POTA 20 was 3.85 millimeters. This is also packs down to 16 inches, so it's easier to pack. The POTA 20 was 17.5 inches. Not a big difference. The drawback to this one is it's 19 foot 6 inches, and the POTA 20 is a full 20 feet. So you lose 6 inches on the height. For me, that wasn't a big difference. It didn't make a big deal. My main reason was that this was actually created by Ham Radio Dude. His new YouTube channel is Dude Tested. It's only sold on Etsy. It's a small business. I've been a small businessman my whole life, so I always try to support the small business. And that was my biggest, the difference in size of the mast. If you look at Dude Tested, I'm going to put a link in below. where he shows a side-by-side comparison of this to the POTA 20. There's really not. I mean, they're both top quality. They're both excellent pieces. My main thing was he's a small business, and I wanted to go with a small business. Um, the POTA 20 was actually co-designed by Mike, K8MRD, ham radio tube. And if you, I'll link his to the bottom as well. You can check out his videos. He's done videos with this, and he's also done them with his new POTA 20. You know, I did as I watched all the YouTube videos, and I read as much as I could, and I read all the statistics and stats and all the different information I could find on them, and made my decision that way. This piece here I also ordered, and this is cool, and you can get this for either or. Ham Radio Dude sells this. It's actually a spike that goes in the ground. The bottom cap comes off of this, and it slides over, and then when you extend it, this is in the ground, so it keeps it nice and sturdy. I'm going to put this away, though, because if I poke a hole in the table, my wife will kill me. I also got this, the guy wire ring from Ed Frey, Kilo 9 Echo Mike Papa. That's K9EMP Industries on Etsy. And what happens with this is you take this and you can pull this off here, and you put this over, and it goes down to the longest, the widest part of the mast, and then you can run your guy wires off of it. I really only see that being needed if it's a really extremely windy day. One of the things that I also did was on this, you attach your antenna here. You can also run a wire through. There's holes here you can run wires through to do it. Or you can take this off, and Mike at Ham Radio Tube shows where he took small S-beaners, drilled out the center, and put it on here, and then made an inverted V, and it worked great. For me, I won't do that for the simple reason, if I take this off, I'm going to lose it. If I took it off right now and put it somewhere, it'd take me an hour to find it. So I'm not gonna take it off. I'm gonna use it just like it is. I've got an S-beaner, clip it right on here and put it up. So that's my take on it. I told you about tiles on the air. Oh, in the future videos, I'm gonna be doing. I just got this Salty Walt's portable antenna book. It's really cool. It's got different designs and stuff that he's done. And so in future videos, we're going to be making some of those antennas and seeing how we do with them. I hope you'll follow along, and I hope this is helpful. I know it's not that I'm a big YouTuber or anything like that, and I'm not doing it for that reason. I really enjoy this hobby. I've had a lot of hobbies over the years, and this just, everybody is so helpful. I joined the Fayette County Amateur Radio Club in town, and they are absolutely the best guys I've ever worked with. Every one of them is so helpful. When I'm in an HOA and I couldn't put an antenna out in the yard, and one of the guys came over and we put one in my attic, and then I found some stealth wire, and I've got one out in the yard, and I'll show you that one day. I have a small wire antenna going across the yard so nobody can see it, and the way I hit it along the gutter system. So I've got a few videos in mind. It's just a matter of finding time to do them. But like I said, I just want to give back to a hobby that has been so good to me and so exciting for me to do. And I just want to say thank you for watching this and putting up with my ramblings. And if you hear an echo in the room, we're having all the floors done on Monday, so we've been emptying the house. So it's almost like a new home in here, because other than the floors being bad, everything else is empty. We've been putting everything in the garage to make it easy for the guys. The only thing here is big furniture. So, I'll show you my radio and setup and stuff at another video when I have floors in and I can put my stuff back. But thank you again, and 73s.